Dharma Path presents Buddhist teaching, anxiety, uncertainty, and the monkey mind. Hey, I'm Ted Vieira. Welcome back to Dharma Path. Lately, I've been noticing a lot of people are feeling anxious, restless, mentally exhausted. It can feel like the mind never slows down. There's always something else to think about, worry about, or react to. Especially this time of year, right? Man, the mind, it can run wild. And if that sounds familiar, let's be clear right up front. There's nothing wrong with you. We're living in a very loud world. Constant information, constant stimulation, constant uncertainty. And our nervous system, it can feel like our nervous system rarely gets a chance to rest. What's interesting is that the Buddha noticed this same restless mind over 2,500 years ago. Yeah, the problem isn't new. It just got louder. The monkey mind. Don't you love that name? In Buddhism, this restless thinking, it's often referred to as the monkey mind. The mind keeps jumping, right, from one thought to another, grabbing, worrying, planning, replaying situations. This isn't because the mind is broken. It's because the mind evolved to keep us safe. It scans for danger. It imagines worst-case scenarios, but today the threats aren't usually physical. They're psychological, and when the mind never powers down, anxiety becomes the background noise of life. So why so negative? Why the mind leans toward fear? The mind naturally leans toward fear and negativity, and that's not pessimism. Nah, it's survival. Now add endless news, social media, and the negativity you see on those platforms. Yeah, add all that to the equation. The mind stays on high alert. The body stays tense. And peace, yeah, it can feel harder and harder to access. But Buddhism, it teaches us something important here. Suffering increases when our attention is scattered and unconscious. The mind runs the show when we're not aware of where our attention is going. Mindfulness and right attention. This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness doesn't mean stopping thoughts. It doesn't mean forcing calm. It simply means becoming aware of what's happening in the mind without being pulled into every story. In Buddhism, this is called right attention, where we place our attention. That's what shapes our experience. And when attention is gently brought back to the present moment, something begins to soften. Meditation as a refuge. This is why meditation. Yeah, this is why meditation is so helpful in times like these. Meditation. It gives the mind a place to rest. It quiets that constant mental noise. It brings us back to center, back to the body. It brings us back to the present moment. Over time, meditation helps calm the nervous system. Meditation grounds us. Yeah, meditation brings us back That's the most important thing. It helps us remember who we truly are, not those anxious thoughts, not the endless worries, but that awareness underneath it all, that stillness that's always been there. Meditation doesn't fix us. We don't need fixing. Meditation reminds us. It brings us back to who we truly are. How meditation can interrupt those anxiety loops. Anxiety often works in loops. A thought triggers a feeling. The feeling fuels more thoughts, and around it goes. Meditation, it interrupts that cycle, not by fighting the thoughts, but by noticing them. When we sit, breathe, and just observe, we create space. Space between thought and reaction. Space between emotion and identity. And in that space, the mind begins to loosen its grip. The mind will wander, but that's not failure. No, that's part of it. And it will happen. But noticing and returning, that's the practice. Simple, everyday practices. Something you can do on your own. Meditation, it doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be mystical. It can be as simple as feeling the breath for just a few minutes. Noticing the body, sitting or standing. Pausing before reaching for the phone. Letting thoughts pass without chasing them. Short moments of awareness, done consistently, can slowly transform how we experience life. This practice isn't about escaping the world. It's about meeting it with clarity and calm. Okay, let's go ahead and close this up. Anxiety and uncertainty are understandable responses to the times that we're living in. But peace is still available. The world, it may seem louder than ever, but the stillness within you, it hasn't gone anywhere. And each time you sit, breathe, and return to the present moment, you're not doing something new, you're remembering something ancient. You're coming back to who you truly are, a little more calm, a little more present. Okay, for dharmapath.net, I'm Ted Vieira, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Thanks.